Hi guys, it's the Robert Gardner Wellness Podcast. I'm here with Shai Plonski. When you teach classes, are you mainly teaching table-based work or mat-based work, or is there some percentage of either or?
For me, it's really both. It depends on the year. Depends on like where people, what the interest is. But there are some years where I do think I teach a lot more table than on the ground, and some years it's the reverse. But I'm very comfortable teaching, and I do teach a lot both on the ground and on the table. And then I teach to people who want to do this professionally, but I also teach to people who want to do this not professionally. It's just something to add to the value of their life and share it with loved ones and people that they care about. So like I teach at some of the big retreat centers in the world or in North America, like a place like the Kripalu Center, which is in Massachusetts, or the Omega Institute, which is in upstate New York. Those are some of the bigger kind of yoga centers, and 1440 Multiversity, which is a place in Santa Cruz on the West Coast in California. It's a cool one. It's a couple years old, and it's basically like Silicon Valley people who decided to build a big, beautiful retreat space, and they're making a pretty big impact over here on the West Coast. I personally live in California these days, and then I not too far, maybe 2 hours from Santa Cruz. So in the East Bay near Oakland and Berkeley, and then I travel all over.
One of the things I see, and I talk about regulation all the time in my classes, because students get, they get mildly frustrated, as do I, about like regulation state to state about who can do Thai massage and what do you call it. And I have to help students like package it so they can put it on their menu of services. And do they call it stretch? Or, and it's like, well, I'm fine with you calling it whatever you need to. And then I teach people, just like you said, hobbyists as much as professionals. But sometimes the licensed therapists take a little, like they want to own it in a weird way. Like it's got the word, it's Thai massage. It's got the word massage in it, so they want to own it. And I'm like, well, why can't Bob work on his wife and like learn from me?
Right.
What's the big deal? As we know in the States, like, so California doesn't have state massage regulation. It's kind of county to county, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
yeah, in California, it's true. Like, and you're right. Like, depending on where you teach it and what people want to do with it, it is basically what you want to call it. So in most places, the word massage is just protected by the massage board of the state. So you don't call it massage. If you're not a massage therapist, you call it body work, or you call it therapy, or just yoga, like Thai yoga, assisted Thai yoga body work, something like that. And for me, I personally feel like I agree. Like this form of touch and this form of body work or massage or whatever you call it, like it's just such a radical departure from what we often think of as massage anyways. And it's just a term of convenience when we call it massage. So I think it's actually very fair to call it body work or yoga or assisted yoga therapy or whatever it is, because, and we could talk about that after the break, maybe to just get people to understand a little bit more about really what this practice is and where it comes from and why more about why we love it.
Yeah. It sounds like you've had a little more opening with the yoga community. I work with a lot of massage therapists. The yoga community, in my experience, has been very closed to anything I'm doing. As soon as I mention the word massage, it's like they don't have any interest because they feel like they have to have a license. And I go, guys, I'm a yoga teacher too. Like I've been mixing and matching and blending elements of Thai massage and yoga forever. But the yoga community and the massage community are very tribal, and they don't really mix in my area, I notice. So massage therapists look at what I do and say, well, this is on a mat, it's not massage. And I'm like, okay, so I don't need a license, right? And they're like, oh. And I go, so I can go sell to the yoga community, right? And then the yoga community is like, no, but it's massage, we need a license. So there's been this contention. What's your experience been with the yoga community in regards to what we're calling Thai massage at the moment?
I've had no resistance in the places where I teach, and I think it might just be a matter of, that's it, like different environments and different receptivity and everything. When you do finally like go out and want to offer this, you just have to call it something that you're allowed to call it where you live, and people do that, and they've had a lot of success giving treatments and working one-on-one with their yoga students. Like becomes very easily another way to offer privates with their students, becomes a great way to integrate some guided touch into yoga classes. So and potentially just kind of, and I've had lots of yoga students who then get inspired and end up going to massage school and just kind of putting the whole thing together. So, I've had a lot of great experience. I was saying maybe at the beginning I've taught thousands. I feel like it's probably well over 5,000 students right now, and at least half of them have been yoga enthusiasts, yoga teachers, or yoga students, and
Yeah.
a lot of them have also been massage therapists. One thing I will say about why I think it works so well and why I've just had a lot of success teaching in the yoga community is because Thai massage, as I teach it, as I understand it, at its core, it's this idea of compassion and kindness and getting in touch with your heart, which is all really also the energy of the present moment. So it's like this moving kind of meditative massage experience. And of course, there's also a stretching and a yoga kind of component. So you're putting people in positions that allow their body to open up, and then you massage them at the same time. So it's another kind of yoga, fundamentally. It's like I was saying, why I'm personally, like, as I've done this internal understanding of what this is, why I'm okay with not necessarily calling it massage, because it's just as much yoga as it is massage, depending on your perspective on what you look at what this is.
Like also it's how they use it. So sometimes I'll take a single move in a class to shake out somebody's hips. And I'll look at all the massage therapists and say, listen, if a yoga teacher picks this up and does this to a single student in class, they're in a group yoga class, the single student was having tightness in their hips and they used their feet to kind of jostle out that tension. Are you massage therapists telling me that you think they're practicing massage without a license? And they're like, oh, well, it's like that line where I'm like, guys, come on. Like, mostly what I tell the audience, whoever is working with me, I'm just like, just use it. Just go. Like, this isn't a competition thing. I'm trying to get the massage community to open up to yoga, but they go, well, this isn't massage. And then I try to get the yoga community and they're like, well, this is too much massage. So it feels like I'm kind of stuck in between the communities because they want to have these little turf wars, like they're different gangs that want to, switchblade each other over like turf wars. And I'm like, no. We just help people. How we help people in yoga or massage and body work is actually exceedingly diverse when you really dig into it. I think to an outsider who maybe just stumbled onto us for the first time, they might not understand the connections between Alexander technique, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Brima, cranial sacral therapy. But for you and I, we're like, oh yeah, you're just mixing and blending, practices.
One thing I would say is that maybe people who have resistance, whether it be in the massage world or the yoga world, like what I would say to you is, like if you're protecting your turf or you're thinking about competition or you're thinking about like people taking clients away from you. I mean, I get that, you're concerned, you may have concern about like wanting to put food on the table or just having a thriving and kind of healthy practice and all the money and energy and effort you put into studying and making yourself to the place where you're at. But I would suggest that to some degree that's also limiting, and actually having more people who can offer complementary things just creates new and I think very exciting and interesting ways to collaborate to spread the word. It's like the more the general public is getting educated on the benefits of touch, of massage, and that's just going to spread well beyond you as a person could ever do. And if you just tap into that energy and accept that, then it actually lifts everyone up and it creates more opportunities for you to have more clients. It creates more opportunities for people to want to get body work and get sessions regularly. And if you're just really good at what you do and get the message out, people are definitely going to come to you.